So a pressing matter this week has been whether or not Central Jersey exists.
Oh, Jesus Christ, really? Just right off the fucking bat?
Yeah, why not? Right off the bat.
So,
I'm not from here. I've only lived here for 9 months. I know nothing.
well, the fair majority of people from this state know. Central Jersey doesn't exist. It's a myth. It's like Atlantis, Wakanda, the El Dorado,
Bigfoot.
You know, it's not real. There are people who live in the middle of the state who, I'll say it like this. There's legitimately legislature that is only around north and south. Like there's specific legislature for you. No one gives two flying fucks about what's in the middle because you're historically anything north of the Raritan, south of the Raritan. And then you have the Jersey Shore. All that shit in the middle is nonsense.
I'll tell you someone who gives two fucks. Franco Danger.
Oh, you know, he actually just hashtagged me on Instagram. It's like hashtag Central Jersey, and I just said, hashtag is not real. It doesn't exist.
I'll give you another one who gives two fucks. His co-host, Alex Nicholas.
Alex Nicholas, I told him the same thing. He said, I told him stop this nonsense. I get it. We're a small state. Everyone's got pride for their county and their area and shit. But for the most part, it's north, south, and Jersey Shore.
I don't know why I said his in a podcast format. Tom's co-host.
Tom.
Nobody knows what I'm pointing at Tom like his.
My other co-host, he probably gives a fuck too.
Yeah, he did, for sure. But something tells me he's sweet.
I'm supposed to care because my town's technically Central Jersey, but I don't care enough to argue. I couldn't care less. Call it whatever you want.
Allie Mae got mad at you too.
Well, Allie Mae's dangerous, so I won't. Allie Mae's super dangerous, and if you guys don't understand, she's. I might be a little frightened of her, but in a creative way. She's super creative. She's super talented. But you look her in the eyes, and you know she might knife you. 100%.
That's why, since she says there's a Central Jersey, I'm gonna say there's a Central Jersey.
No. Don't be a little pussy
on that one.
Don't be a little pussy. Don't do that.
Hey, I'm just trying to adapt to my new climate.
No. Adapt to majority of the people in this state recognize it's north, south, and Jersey Shore. It's just the only argument is where begin. We all agree on where the Jersey Shore is and how far it goes down to, because geographically it's there. But some people, I think Angelique said it's seven. Anyone with a 732 area code and down, that's South Jersey. I say basically anything in the latter part of Ocean County and Monmouth County, which are technically shore places, are south. And then historically, goes back to what I said, anything north of the Raritan and anything south of the Raritan is North Jersey and South Jersey.
From the little that I've been here, I feel like it's, if you leave your house, if you're closer to Philadelphia, you're south. If you're closer to New York City, you're north.
Well, yeah.
That's just what I feel from it.
This is, it's like, for example, what we were talking about before. Your South Jersey, your tri-state area is Philly, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Jersey. If you're North Jersey, it's New York, Connecticut, New Jersey. And technically, all of North on the real map, on one of those real political or geological, or any map really, there's this orange area that is considered the New York metropolitan area. A good portion of New Jersey is in the New York metropolitan area. So it's a very weird thing. But either way, no one gives a fuck about Central Jersey. I mean, what's in Central Jersey? Is that Princeton?
Princeton, I guess you could,
I guess. I mean, Princeton, that's
a little bit west.
It's historic.
It's its own little place.
Yeah,
away from
every
everybody.
town in this damn state's historic. I feel like I hear that nonstop.
Yeah, true. Trenton,
This
Princeton,
state is shit.
Newark for riots and all the shit before. This whole state.
Yeah, it's a revolutionary battle in my town. There's like a whole park dedicated to it.
Monmouth. Oh, yeah. Battle. Oh my God. Yeah. There's a lot of history in this state.
Battleground State Park, I think.
There's a ton of notable battles and skirmishes that happened in the state that kind of changed the time of the Revolutionary War. It's kind of crazy.
A lot of killing going on in Jersey.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's still happening.
Wars down to the Prohibition.
Down to now, you ever been to Patterson?
No.
I'll take it.
Don't do that.
Let's go. Yeah.
Oh,
Field trip. We'll do a ride along.
no, right.
Do a ride along.
We'll do a ride along.
I want to leave him in Camden
In
so
Patterson.
bad. I want to leave him in Camden
Gotta
so
get home
bad.
from Camden.
Dude, we'll do a ride along in Camden,
I'm
too.
gonna leave you along the row houses. Like, this isn't even an exaggeration. Like, you're fucked. Like, I'm fucked, but you're fucked. It's like Escape from Camden. The cops let you run the lights after 8:30.
I'll be like Tay Diggs and Malibu's Most Wanted. Give me a ride, fool, before I bust your ass.
Oh my god.
Biatch.
Imagine calling an Uber in Camden. Driver probably carries a gun.
Oh my god. I think that's the only place in the state where they're like, if you pick up someone after 8:30 at night, I think you should be allowed to have a weapon. It should be like South Africa, where it's like they have flamethrowers on their fucking cars. You might as well have a fucking machine gun on the front, like in Mad Max and shit.
Dude, I still can't believe, like, the day I found out that was a real thing. Because my dad first told me that. Like, hey, in South Africa, they have flamethrowers on their cars. No, they don't. Like, my dad used to be an international pilot. He's been all over the world, but at the same time, my dad will say things just to fuck with you. So I never know which one I'm getting. So, like, no, this is just dad being dad. And I look it up, I'm like, holy shit. They get to have flamethrowers on their cars because they have that much carjackings going on.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, I
New York should have got those in like the early 90s.
Yeah, oh yeah. Shit, you should
And in Detroit, you're allowed to run red lights.
Yeah, Camden's the same way. Camden had the National Guard as their police for years.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, because Camden's a war zone. And that's right over a bridge from Philly. Philly's no walk in the park either, depending on where you are. But Camden is next level shit.
Well, the reason why we bring this up, and in case anybody's like, why the fuck are they going on and on about New Jersey geography? Kevin is going to start doing a half-hour comedy show called the Dirty Jersey 30.
Yes.
Which is going to involve New Jersey comics, New Jersey venues, music provided by New Jersey bands, just profiling all things Jersey.
Yep.
As if we needed one of those shows.
Fuck you.
Or another one of them.
Another one? Where's the other one?
Yeah, Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Oh, really? Hold on. The guy from Florida. You want to go toe-to-toe, state to state right now? Florida man?
I mean,
Really?
Sure, we got our problems.
Problems, huh? You got your problems?
Sure, we got our problems.
You got your problems? Gators, boa constrictors, meth.
But hey, we just voted to have our own time zone.
Yeah.
We're going to do the Arizona time thing.
You do realize that Congress has to pass that, and most of even though it was signed by Governor Scott, most people in the state don't even know that the time zones are changing anyway. Most people in Florida, they don't know what the hell's going on.
How awesome would it be to say Florida time, though? Be like, yeah, they're on Florida time.
So basically, anything involving meth and dead old people, that's what Florida is. That's
and a nice strong margarita.
A nice strong margarita. That's the only good part of Florida is Key West is badass. I love
exactly.
Key West. But after that, and Fort Myers because I love that's FGC Dunk City. But
Key West is the top place for a bender.
A bender, huh? Is that the right word you want to use for Key West? Bender. There's other things you're bending in Key West. Like, over.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick with bender.
I
like the word.
Nice wordage.
And I think people understand proper context. Nobody takes context the wrong way.
Oh yeah, nobody. No one.
On the internet. In 2018.
Yep. No, of course everyone takes everything the right way. No one complains about everything.
They do. Absolutely.
Shoot yourself in the face. Shoot yourself directly in the face. Under your chin. Just in case you live and you look like Two-Face.
So the trailer's dropped for Ray Gibbs and Tim Lowe. I'm just going to power right through that.
Right through that.
Yeah, segue. Just,
actually, funny story, but Ray Gibbs just messaged me. He just said, if I'm busy, I'm going to say, talking about you on a podcast. Talking about you on a podcast. But he did a ridiculously good job. I mean, considering that crowd for Tim Lowe was for Tim Lowe, and except for the two old people that were there, and then the comedians.
And Tom Zappia, he was in the back talking shit.
Yeah.
The whole time.
You know, the crazy thing is, someone was talking shit, you just said the wrong name. You guys are lucky I'm not feeling like being me and Kevin, which is basically me.
Oh,
but
shit.
there are some people that were just talking shit. A couple people walked in there.
Brian St. John.
Oh, Brian St. John.
It's always my first guess.
Yeah, Brian St. John is Brian St. John. Brian St. John is, it's like, a guy is who he is. The moment he's something, he acts like something he's not, then you know something's wrong. Right. Brian St. John is my favorite scumbag in the fucking world. So, until that day, if he changes that, then I'll be like, whatever. But, I think a lot of people are just kind of like, I've said this 100 times about what Tim Lowe did and how he did. It came out really well. It was a little short, like 47 minutes, 48 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think...
But it came out well. Ray Gibbs did amazing.
Yeah.
For a guy who had to turn the crowd for him because he opened for a guy who brought all the people. Tim brought like 60 people, 65 people, and filled up a place that, for a guy who's essentially an open micer. That's impressive.
That's promotion.
That's promotion, and that's a lot of support from this film. A lot of people came out there to see him do well, and he did. He did well. It looked really good.
And you said some people now have since come forward to you asking to record their stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
I am not. I won't even.
Names on that or no?
Oh my god, I want to so bad. I want to so bad, but I live near so many of them at this point. It's just like, man, you know what?
Okay, not naming names. How many have asked you?
We're at 7.
Okay.
Jesus. Yes.
Of those 7, how many of them were you like, why are you asking me this?
6.5.
Woo!
6.5. One, only because
I hope all 7 are listening to this podcast. I hope I'm the half.
I will literally share this podcast on their Facebook wall. That's how many fucks I give in terms of, it's just like
track Kevin sharing. This is like a fucking Easter egg on Facebook.
For me, it's like this. Anyone could do it. If you have the balls and you're just waiting for someone to tell you, like if Zappia said, "Hey, I want to do a special," you know what? I know Zappia's got balls, but at the same time, you're not gonna say that anytime soon. But there are some people who don't know that they probably shouldn't do it. Like Tim, could Tim have done it? Tim was confident. Tim proved that he made the right decision. Right. I did that because Tim showed cojones. But there are some people that was like, yeah, I can do that. I'm like, I am not gonna waste that energy. Not because he proved that he has minimum 40 minutes of material.
Yeah, I was surprised that he was going that long.
Yeah, he went 47 minutes. There's only 2 other comedians I've seen go more than 30. Gordon, and I think I've seen Alex do it. And I haven't seen some of my favorite comedians. I haven't seen Donish or those guys go 30. He went 47.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a few that have done those sets because they've gone on the road and done it. You just haven't physically been in the room when they've done it.
But but some of these people were asking me, I'm like, I know for a fact, and you've got 7 minutes, if that, and that's not me being a dick. It's like I know when your jokes stop. You always know when someone goes to a certain back to their certain thing. They've run out of shit to say. So there are some people I wish they would ask me. I really, really do. I wish they would come up. Speaking of Alex
Nicholas. There's some names you can name. Come on, let's name names on that regard. That's positive.
Alex Nicholas, first and foremost, and I don't think I could stress this anymore.
He said he thinks he could do a 30. I talked to him about that.
He came in there and, stepped up.
He could do a 30 easy.
Easy, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, but he's talking about a filmable quality 30. Not just
Alex
going up
Nicholas,
and doing 30.
Gordon, I think, can. I want to see. I know Donish can for sure. Donish.
Well, you already did Gordon.
Yeah, we did the audio one. So now we're gonna, we're supposed to do the visual. The video like Tim Lowe's. Ray Gibbs.
Gordon was recorded though, video, wasn't it? Though
it was supposed to.
Oh, it never was.
No, we ended up just doing audio and releasing an album. So he's actually using it, and it's doing well.
Oh, yeah, that's fully edited and out. Is it out on iTunes?
Not yet. I think he wants to release it sometime in the next month or so.
Because he's been shopping that.
Yeah, heard that because I want to listen to that.
It's unbelievable. It was good. I'm not gonna lie to you. He didn't listen to it until fairly recently because Gordon, for all the shit he talks, Gordon's a sensitive soul, so he was afraid to listen to it because it's like, I would listen to it like 4 times. Like, bro, you know me. If I thought it was shit, I would be like, yo, we're not putting this out there. I would not waste my time. But he did well. Who else I wish would ask me? Oh, Ty Rainey. I really want him to. I think I would like to see what Alyssa Stevenson would do with 30 minutes or more. I think her and
She could do like some crazy variety show.
yeah, like she's doing Saint Montage. I would love to see what they would do for 30 and 45 minutes. 100%. That would be a lot of fun. And I think they could do it. But those are the guys like I really wish they would come up and do that. That's just in Jersey. There's a bunch in New York, but it's those guys. I wish they were like, hey, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's make it happen.
So those names are not on the 6.5. I want to see Franco do a half hour as Tiz Irie.
Oh wow,
that's what I would like to see. For those who don't know, Franco Danger can do a dead-on impression of Tiz Irie.
Can you really? I don't even think I've ever seen that.
Oh, have you ever seen that?
Hilarious.
Oh my god!
I think Tiz
gets so mad. Both of them too on Monday. Imagine.
I think Tiz gets mad. That's how good he is at being Tiz. 100%.
They had them both up on stage together at 10th Street one night.
Oh my god!
It was the funniest thing.
It was so funny.
It was like it almost felt like Tiz was a ventriloquist. And Franco was the puppet. That's how dead on Franco was being Tiz.
There's this New York comic, J.P. McDade.
Yeah.
He does Jezelnik.
Oh my god,
the exact same person.
I just saw it recently. I don't know where I was. I think it was I in Creek? I don't know where I was, but I was like, dude,
who's the
nails Jezelnik?
I saw him. He was in one of the entries for Roast Battle.
Yep.
That I went to at the Village Underground. And he's like, and Jeff was there, Jeff Ross was there, judging. He's like, yeah, do Jezelnik real quick. And he just busted out a Jezelnik joke, and I was like, this is the same person. If you close your eyes, it's the exact
same person. 100%.
And they don't look too far off, like if you dressed up like them.
There's someone in New York doing Bill Burr as well. That has a dead-on Bill Burr impression. I'm trying to remember who it is.
I know what you're talking about.
He had a video go viral of it a couple months ago. It was a New York comic. I'm pretty sure it was a New York comic.
I love
Pete Holmes is always doing Bill Burr impression.
No, I would know if it was Pete Holmes.
Pete Holmes I love Pete Holmes. Pete Holmes is legit.
Speaking of which, I think season 2 of Crashing.
You watched the finale?
Yeah.
It's already out?
It's such a great show. What's up?
Season 2 of Crashing already out?
No, I don't think
so. Or they come out later?
It's coming out later on this one.
Okay, they're filming it right now, is that what it is?
They probably already filmed it.
Season 2 of Crashing.
Season 2. That was season 2.
That was season 2 that just happened.
So season 3 will be.
I watch it on the app, so I don't know what the hell's current and what's not.
I usually miss it when I watch it on demand.
Oh, so I thought you were saying the new season. They're probably filming the 3rd season. I'm thinking you were talking about what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
That's alright. That's normal. That's your normal life.
That is. It's completely normal.
Okay.
I watched 10 minutes of the Oscars.
I actually watched most of the Oscars.
I actually also I watched a fair amount of that. I watched a lot of it. There was a couple of moments for me. I enjoyed it a lot, though. I mean, I heard it didn't do well ratings-wise, but I enjoyed it.
We had an addition to the list of former rappers. Yes, he does have a rap song. Now Academy Award winners. Kobe Bryant has an Oscar, and now that is 2 rappers.
I didn't know Kobe Bryant had a rap song.
With Academy Awards before
I swear to God.
Who's the other?
I swear to God.
For the GOAT of rapper turned actors, Will Smith, still without an Oscar.
Why?
Kevin.
Why?
Kobe Bryant got an Oscar before Will Smith.
Is this personal? Is this what you want this to be? You want me to just drop kick you right now?
No, I just
There's he's probably the millionth rapist to get one as well.
Yeah.
Damn!
Hey.
Kobe was innocent.
Kobe was innocent. Do you like this franchise?
Yes!
Kobe was innocent.
Wow! Zappia with the heat! Fuck yeah!
No.
We're all innocent until we find Kobe. I mean, guilty.
Time's not up.
Oh yeah, that's right. There we go.
I don't know if that was
send all your hate mail to traceserver@gmail.com. 100%.
Time's not up.
Holy fuck.
Put that as your subject, so I know that weed out spam.
Dude, man. I like it. I like that. That's something I would say, but no one would say anything to me about it.
But no, see, before Leo finally won his Oscar. You were always digging on Leo. You're part of the joke. I was part of it too. I'm not trying to.
Was it actually
like
a complete fuck up that he hadn't won an Oscar?
Nope.
So
he fucked up on his own.
What was the movie?
The Beach.
The Beach. He fucked up on his own.
Kevin has a theory.
What was the bear movie that he won with?
No. Kevin has a theory that after Leo made The Beach after Titanic, that was the movie that
What's The Beach?
banished Leo to movie hell. He was in movie star jail for a little bit, and he had to get out.
This terrible movie.
Oh, really?
It was a really, really bad movie. So bad that he made Oscar-winning performances in at least 4 different movies, 6 different movies, and he didn't. When he didn't win for Wolf of Wall Street,
that's when everyone thought he was going to win, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, "Oh, you pissed in someone's Cheerios in the Academy."
Do you know who won that year?
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves.
Wait, what was the movie that where he's getting attacked by the bear that he actually won?
That's what he won the Oscar for.
Yeah.
What's it
Revenant,
called?
where he got raped by the bear.
Revenant, that's it. I couldn't think of it.
What's what year did Wolf of Wall Street?
I think it was 2012, 2013, one of those maybe.
One
I
of
remember
those.
seeing it.
Oh, shit.
It was definitely the 2013 awards.
2013.
I think it came out like the end of 2012.
So the Oscars.
He got snubbed on a few things. He got snubbed on The Departed.
That was another one that he should have probably won. But I was really sure.
All this shit's subjective, though.
I was 100%.
It is, but
sure.
some years.
It's like stand-up comedy. They don't have stand-up comedy awards. Imagine they had those. Oh my god.
Oh god.
People like
Monique would win them all.
The most decorated comedian ever.
According to her, she'd win them all.
She took a picture. What did Jeff Ross say? She took a picture in front of all of her awards. They're from the same movie.
Oh yeah.
You're not getting an award for the Parkers, bitch.
Jeff Ross went in on her.
Damn.
And you know who's not happy about that?
That would be a riot. Riot. People still say that?
Our old buddy Gordon Baker Bone.
Double B.
We might have to have him come back on here and talk about Monique.
He can't say anything now because it's already been proven. It's already been proven she's just.
I didn't know he loved it that much.
He loved. There's a reason for it. He's a super. I understand it. I understand his reasoning for it, but it's already been proven.
Don't you say it.
She's got a big mouth.
You racist.
You have to work. You have to understand how you treat people.
Let's just call it like it is. She's a fat washed up hack. Like you can't.
Thank you. Jesus Christ, Zappia. Man.
That's the name of the show. Hot Takes and Sausage.
That's not a hot take. She's been that way since the Packers.
No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
No, I'm not kidding.
I had no hate towards her whatsoever. I'll be honest. I watched the Breakfast Club interview recently, and she was extremely annoying.
But that's who she is as a person.
Yeah, exactly. She's being herself.
So imagine.
I'm not talking shit. Pay her, don't pay her. Like everyone's overpaid. Let's be honest.
Imagine you're a director, and that's what you're dealing with every day because she thinks she's just that much better. You have to always be mindful of what you sign. If you don't want to do the shit to it, you don't have to do it, then don't do it. Or how you treat people. Because if you treat people, first of all, why the fuck would you talk shit about Oprah? Thank you, sir. Why would you do that? That just...
you were talking shit about A Wrinkle in Time. That's kind of like talking shit about Oprah.
Cool.
Oh, wait, that was me.
I'm down with whatever Oprah does.
I wasn't talking shit about Oprah. I just said A Wrinkle in Time looks like it's going to be...
Remember that shit. Mm-hmm.
I'm also not the target demographic for A Wrinkle in Time, so that's probably why I feel that way.
Yeah, maybe. Wait, alright, so that was the 2013 Oscars was the year Seth MacFarlane hosted, which he did.
Well, that doesn't narrow it down at all.
But the best he lost Best Actor, first and foremost. Wait, no, so it wasn't 2012 because Daniel Day-Lewis was in it for Lincoln.
Yeah, it was 2013 or 2014.
So I think I'm gonna keep looking. Talk amongst yourselves.
I think I want to say that movie because I remember seeing it in theaters. I want to say Wolf of Wall Street came out in like December-ish.
Yeah, that was probably faster.
So then it would have been I guess that was early enough for it to be for the following Oscars. So because of what our Oscars March, obviously.
Yeah, so
the 2013 Oscars, unless it was the tail end of 2013 going into 2014.
So it was 2014.
I was trying to guess who won that year over.
And he
who was it?
So he lost to Matthew McConaughey, but that was Dallas Buyers Club.
That's why.
That's not his fault. That is not. His
that was for Wolf.
Yeah, and then they got nominated for Best Picture, but they lost to 12 Years a Slave.
Okay.
Yeah, so
And then was he up for anything the following year, or would it have been 2014?
Because that was 2014.
Because when did he win Revenant? 2015 or 2016?
2016. That was 2 years ago. God damn, that shit, time flies.
It really does. I thought 2017 was the fastest year of my life.
Yeah, oh my God.
100%.
Man, that was... All right, so 2015 was Neil Patrick Harris, and I don't think Leo got nominated for...
Maybe he might not have even had a movie going.
Yeah, no, because that was an Eddie Redmayne one for Theory of Everything.
Yeah, that was 2015?
Yeah, it's 2015.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that was
it's all the same bullshit.
I feel bad for Eddie Redmayne. He wins that Oscar, and then they released Jupiter Ascending like a month after that.
You know how long they were trying to release it? All right, so I remember they did the trailer for Jupiter Ascending before a Marvel movie. I forgot which one, but I think it was Thor. That's Dark World, yes, which makes perfect sense. And they did it, and it was that was 2013. Then what happened was, or 2014, something like that. But then it never came out, and then they finally let it out in January, 2.5 years later, because it was that bad. It was that bad. It was really, really bad. They probably went over budget a couple of times. It was a shitty movie where Channing Tatum dressed up as a space goat of some sort.
I thought he was like a wolf,
a
dog.
I don't know what it was.
Like something out of Tank Girl.
Yeah, exactly. Tank Girl. Oh, fuck the NCAA. Sorry. Fuck them right now. Continue on, Trey.
Well, anywho, so now that Leo has an Oscar, the biggest movie star without an Oscar, we're probably Will Smith. So he's the new butt of the joke.
Oh, Will Smith doesn't have one?
No, he should have gotten one for Ali, but he didn't get it for Ali.
For Independence Day. Did you get something for Independence Day?
No, they don't give Oscars for those kind of movies. They should though.
Yeah, because he got nominated for Ali, but that category. Wait, was that the Training Day year?
Shouldn't he have gotten something for that? Did he get nominated? I think he got nominated.
He got nominated.
But wait.
The one he definitely should have won an Oscar for was Ali.
But I'm
there's a loaded field that year.
That was a Training Day year. It was
Training.
Oh,
day.
one, yeah.
There's nothing you.
There was other shit going on that year. I think on top of Training Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up now. Yeah, there's nothing you could have done.
I think it makes I think it's worse with Will than it is with Leo because Will is the, if you will, rapper turned actor.
How? How's it worse than being a guy who's a rapper and then decided to be an actor?
Two guys who have won Oscars now in that category before him.
Leo, literally, his whole point was
Will is the greatest raptor ever, and two Raptors have won Oscars.
Listen to what you're saying.
Do you say raptor on purpose right there?
Yeah, rapper turned actor. Raptor.
Will Smith decided to be an actor after rapping. Leo was an actor his entire time and fucked up. That doesn't make me... Somebody decided to do it as a hobby and they haven't won an award. Shut up.
No, but I'm just saying, I'm not talking about Leo. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking about Leo when I'm saying the thing about Raptors.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Saying, you're the GOAT at something, but two people have done it. And I still say that Will's the GOAT Raptor.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Although Tupac was a great actor.
Is it Leo really looked at as that amazing of an actor? I couldn't find acting more... it's subjective, but I feel like a lot of them are, they're all good, no? I'm obsessed with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, I think he's great.
The Gyllenhaals. They're just simply both awful in their own way.
Another rapper turned actor. What if Mark Wahlberg was
Gyllenhaal used to rap
before Will Smith?
Wahlberg. Marky Mark.
Hey,
I think it's a fucking tragedy that he didn't win for Ted, so that's just me. That movie was pure gold. I don't care.
It was good enough. I'll give you that.
Even the second one, the sequel was hilarious, too.
Did he get nominated for The Fighter?
I hope not.
I
know Christian Bale won.
Didn't, what's-his-face win? Steve Carell win for Foxcatcher or something? Was that an Oscar?
Steve Carell was nominated,
Nominated? I never saw it.
What year did that come out?
That was only a couple years ago.
Foxcatcher, 2014, 14.
Yeah. Like that.
Carell,
he was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, because Carell did the Will Ferrell thing, where you only know him as a funny guy, and he goes and does a serious thing. His clearly worked better.
So a lot of
because I remember
a lot of starting stand-ups went down. Look at fucking Robin Williams.
Yeah, but Robin Williams was fucking.
He was just good. He was probably better at acting than he was at stand-up.
I think so.
He also stole a lot of his material, so you could knocking down the chart on that for that one.
There's a lot of people don't
He used
want to
to
admit
he used
that
to
one.
bargain with people for their material.
Yeah.
He used to pay them and stuff.
Yeah, Dangerfield used to do that.
I think if you buy material, that's okay.
What's it called? Good Will Hunting and Doubtfire. He's really good.
You want to see him in top creepiness? Watch 1 hour.
1 hour photo. I was about to say.
Fuck, bro! I haven't heard of that.
Ooh,
oh yeah,
shit.
he's a creep.
Is it good?
It's good.
It's like one of those psychological thrillers.
Like
really, I like those.
I can't believe that.
That's like my favorite genre.
And he's got like prosthetics on and stuff like that. He's a fucking man.
Really?
Next level creep.
1 hour photo. I'm literally gonna like try and find it.
Yeah, go. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon.
It'll make you happy. That's not how we do photos anymore.
Yep, 100%.
I'm scared.
How crazy is that? That movie wasn't that long ago, and that's just a completely outdated thing.
I mean,
a 1 hour photo.
I actually noticed a Photoshop because it's the guy who's behind the camera. But I noticed the standalone Photoshop. I'm like, well, that's nice. I haven't seen one of those in years. They still have them in CBS.
Is he like a psycho in that movie?
Yeah.
Understatement.
Like the psycho stalker.
Secret Window?
Hmm?
You ever see Secret Window?
Yes.
With Depp?
Johnny
Before
Depp.
Depp became terrible?
Before Depp.
Well, that's what everyone says.
Depp lost me at Gilbert Grape. After Gilbert Grape, it was all downhill.
I think he lost everyone after Charlie the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, Gilbert Grape was a long fucking time ago. You were never on the Johnny Depp train.
I gave up on him.
Like, I liked him in Crybaby, and that's it.
Yeah, but do you guys see Black? He came out in Black Mass. You see Black Mass?
Yes.
And everyone it was terrible, and he was terrible. I was like, I thought he was okay.
He wasn't bad. I didn't think he was bad. I think
it was alright.
The problem is they were Whitey Bulgering out. Like there was a lot of stuff, a lot of movies, a lot of shit that was coming out from because everyone got obsessed with the goddamn guy.
Yeah, it's like with the Manson shit or like.
And I think that was
might get a shitload of Manson movies coming out here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I
think
that was after
someone crazy supposed to play him or something.
You
see the teaser for the new that new. I don't know if it's going to be a series or a one-time like short film doc about the Joe Paterno and the Sandusky shit.
I think it's
a miniseries. They're on HBO.
Because Sylvester Stallone's playing Paterno, I think.
No, Al Pacino is.
Al Pacino, that's it. I got them mixed up.
Stop doing that.
That would be the fucking best.
Dude, they're pretty similar looking though, right?
He definitely played all the time.
But Al Pacino playing Paterno, it's hilarious.
Al Pacino. What channel is that going to be on?
HBO. It looks like it's well made.
This is how I know I'm getting old, and this is how I know as a filmmaker, this is a great time to be alive. Because back in the day when you were a filmmaker, your only options really were you want your shit to be in the theater, you get into a decent festival, and you hope you get picked up by TV. Right. Now you got all these video on demand platforms. You can make an Oscar worthy pick that may not get anything near a goddamn theater. You might get in an indie theater and get good distro. Moonlight wasn't like in a full run in a major theater. Right. They were in indie theaters, and that was in San Francisco, New York, Miami.
I'm sure that happens with a lot of movies, yeah.
So, but most of those movies you see, that are nominated for Oscars, the movies themselves probably don't get a lot of run in large theaters. But then the individual achievements, like for example, Mad Max didn't get Best Picture, but cinematography wise, Roger Deakins got nominated because it was brilliant. So it's like the indie films are Oscar bait. It's like that's what Will Smith has been trying to do for the past 20. He's been making movies you can make for $500,000 for $20 million. Mm-hmm. That last movie he did I can't even remember the name of the goddamn movie, but it was an indie film with a bloated budget. You didn't have to. You could literally make that movie for $1 million and be set. But everyone's got to get their rates and their cuts and then all this other shit. So movie that.
Right. The one he put out last Christmas, what was the Something Beauty or what?
Yeah, and Something Beauty, Collateral Beauty.
Collateral Beauty, yeah.
That's an indie film. It's an indie film that he got Helen Mirren or whoever the hell it was.
Those films are always better than the mainstream shit.
Yeah, well, yeah. Most I was telling him, I only go into big movie theaters for Marvel shit. I was
gonna say you gotta go to those small.
Yeah, I go to the showroom in Asbury Park. Yeah. I go to.
It's only showing 3 movies.
Yeah, exactly. I go to those the Metrograph in New York City, little places like that. But I only go into an AMC or a Cinemark for Marvel shit, and whenever I want to laugh at a DC movie, really hard.
Oh, you gotta do
DC's DC's bad.
They're trying.
Did you see they just put a commercial saying DC Justice League out on Blu-ray, and I just started laughing because even the trailer was bad.
Superhero movies
Made $56 million. I want you to understand this. It made $56 million.
What did?
Justice League. Now,
before the one that just came out.
Yeah. Now, mind you, there are people. The budget. So let me explain.
He's talking about their profit was $56 million.
Their profit was $56 million. The budget for the movie was $400 million. They made box office $656, but 9 times out of 10, the marketing is at least half of the actual budget. So not $400 million, they spent $600 million. You know what I'm saying? So you only make box office of $6. So basically, motherfuckers are getting fired. Everyone's getting fired. No one, if anyone kept their job after that, I'd be super fucking surprised.
How do you put $400 million into a movie and the CGI on stuff was still so shitty?
This is the thing. I don't know. I mean, I know people make, their mistakes and shit that's made. I get that. But $400 million, I'm sorry. If you give me $4 million, I'm going to make you 4 of the greatest movies you can think of. I'm going to make you 8 of the greatest movies. It's just like, I get it. You got to, you can't skimp on things if you got $400 million to fuck with.
All I ask you as a filmmaker, are you pro all the CGI crap that's always...
It depends. Like, for example, we talked about this before with the Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles now, with CGI, they look like they had downs. Like they had, the older Ninja Turtles, people in the suits, sometimes I like practical effects.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need CGI. That, they didn't need CGI. It was just awful. It was just really bad.
What do you think of more you saw it, right?
Yeah.
What do you think more like a genre like that? I feel like if you went less CGI, it would have came out more authentic and scary.
Yeah, I think
you could have went CGI with the balloons and shit.
Yeah, personally, I think horror should probably always be some sort of physical, it's practical effects. I think real blood, that type of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think
especially if you're trying to make it, if it's kind of a realistic plot.
Exactly. I don't think you should ever do a ton of CGI. Even though I laughed at the old Freddy Krueger movies, when I was younger, I was fucking terrified of the motherfucker. Jason, he didn't need CGI for that.
Oh, God.
He just fucked people up. Michael Myers, but nowadays, But horror is always... The good thing about horror is a very bankable genre.
Yeah.
You can get people to invest in horror because you can't go wrong with horror. You rarely do. But
I'll go see a horror movie as soon as it comes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could always count on people wanting to be scared.
Yeah.
That's probably I would have to say as if you're chasing down an investor to make a film, horror movie is probably something you can convince someone to do. Or even if it's campy, it could be a fucking B movie. Somebody's gonna pay money to see it and someone's gonna pay money to get it made. But and then coming of age stuff is kind of the same way, but coming of age stuff is usually when you don't have a lot of money and it has to have a good story. Horror, you can just have Jason walk through this door, kill 2 of us, and if somebody fights back and he lives and he dies and then he lives. You could literally put Paranormal Activity was in legitimately.
The shit was shot on an iPhone.
It was it was in a room.
Yeah.
They didn't start expanding to other shit until the 6th goddamn movie. It was it's in a house. It went from a room to a house to a block.
Yeah, right.
That's the
horror. It was like a cult, it probably made a boatload of money.
Exactly. Oh yeah, Paranormal Activity was. I don't know if it cracked
really
$1 million in terms of how much it was to make it.
Right.
They probably shot it for really less.
Yeah, right. That movie could not have spent that much money to make.
Well, yeah, because then you have to look a movie could be shot for $50 or $60 or $100,000, and then you have to get all this other deliverables and all this other bullshit that in distro and the block editing. It's a bunch of shit. But I think if that movie was over $1 million, I'd be really fucking surprised,
right.
Super surprised. But it made hundreds of millions of dollars. So you throw $1 million up there and you make $200 million. Clearly, you're gonna have a job for life.
Right. I like the horror movies that are unintentional comedies. Somebody will ask me, recommend me a funny movie, and every time I'll tell them The Green Inferno, Eli Roth. Isn't that
the one with Pat Stewart?
Huh?
Is that the one with Pat? Oh no, the cannibal one.
The cannibal one. They go to South America. People that's a horror movie. It's the funniest fucking movie you'll ever see.
I did do a lot more laughing.
Yeah. What was I watching the other day? Oh, you know what just made... Nothing is funnier than the Chucky movies.
Those are good.
Especially
Those are
now.
pure
Because why don't you just kick them across the room?
I'm like, hold on.
Those and have you ever seen like Leprechaun?
Yeah,
Leprechaun in the Hood.
I will turn that on like just to get in a good mood.
I will tell you right now, they're just so. All I could do is sit there and go,
yeah, Leprechauns from the Hood.
you deserve to die. If you get killed by a doll or a leprechaun, at least a leprechaun.
The Leprechauns got like magic, so that's like a.
That I can see. But if Chucky walked in here right now, this is the shortest fucking movie ever. We would literally just be throwing him back and forth playing Keep Away from Charlie.
I don't know. You say that as a man who is afraid of midgets.
Midgets, not dolls.
It's not the same
Midgets. No, it's not. A doll is not real. Midgets are just weird.
You say that as a man who's
They're
afraid
weird.
of midgets.
He's afraid of midgets.
I am not afraid of midgets. I'm startled by their existence. That's the best way.
They're startled by your existence, Gulliver.
I am a normal human being. They have.
You're a normal human being.
They have baby appendages. It's just weird. Like they're flopping around. They got these giant heads. It's fucking. How do you have my head on a baby's body? That's what that
They're
is.
like the beagles of humans.
No, beagle. That beagle is a beagle. That is a mutant.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
It's a deformity.
I'm sorry.
They're just mutants.
I know. I actually casted or tried to cast a little person. He's a cool dude.
Person.
But he's a cool exception. I guess it's like how I'm the exception to the normal stereotypical black thing. Like, oh, Kevin, he's just clear. This guy, he's just small. The rest of them are mutants. That's what that is.
Oh my god.
What?
I hope there's no midgets listening.
Yeah, he gets uncomfortable around.
I don't get uncomfortable. I'm just startled by their existence.
I can get on board with that. Not from, I mean...
You're telling me
how often do I see a little person? Like, maybe twice a year?
Yeah, like, when someone has to dress as a leprechaun, or if you're watching somebody midget toss.
This guy I used to deliver pizza to, he was a midget. But
how about down in Louisiana, there is a midget wrestling federation.
Okay,
we had Midgetville up in North Jersey until you know Midgetville.
Oh my god, you're right.
It got shut down. They tore it all down.
Yeah, thank God.
Wait, they tear it all down, or they just step on it?
Oh my! That's a D-slapper, boys and girls.
Wow.
They're just like, all right, your house is done.
Like, you know what? Fuck your livelihood.
Nah, yeah, it was like a block strip of like sheds, and you had to be a little person to live in there.
Yep.
And they were. I don't know if this part was a rumor, but they were allowed to have guns, and they could shoot below the waist if someone like normal size would go in there. Because teenagers would like get drunk and go in there and fuck with them.
Oh, of course,
and they would they'd pull out a fucking like pistol and like shoot at their
I got shot in the kneecap by a midget. Man, that is like that is the most loaded, fucked up.
It's all weird, like weird New Jersey. The state is just.
Yeah, I remember. Oh man, I forgot all about that shit.
So what shut it down? Apparently, those
I think it was only like maybe 6 months, a year ago. I guess it was just.
I guess it came up short.
Pun intended. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. That was.
I don't remember exactly why. I think I remember seeing an article about why it got shut down.
And it was called Midgetville?
Yeah, I mean,
they're called.
I guess they probably had corruption. Probably the money. They were shorthanded. So.
He's so dumb. He's still going. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be short with you. I'm sorry. I feel so good saying all of those.
Did you?
It was great.
Yeah.
We don't know any midgets. It's fine. I know one, but she's technically not a midget. She's just close. Jess Perko.
Is there a height cutoff, or do you have to have an actual deformity? Like
4'10" is technically legally you are a little person.
Really?
Literally
one of the women I work with right now, who I'm always working with.
Dara Grant.
She's 4'7", so she.
Oh, she's 4'7". Yeah, Dara Grant.
4'7".
4'7".
She's not stumpy or anything. Like she's normal looking, but she's definitely 4'7".
Yeah, she's 4'7". Not like she. Once they get to the point where they have those like Klingon heads, like the attack from Mars Attacks heads.
God.
That's when they're. Yeah, that's when they're.
You can look at me all you want. You've made worse jokes. I'm just.
I'm not giving you any looks. What are you talking about?
I just, midgets.
No, I'm just saying.
You're not going to shortchange me on
They make you uncomfortable.
I crack myself up. Oh, shit.
You ain't shit.
I'm
You
not.
ain't shit.
I'm not. I hope my mom doesn't hear this.
You got any more?
Huh?
You haven't used micro yet, so.
No. Micros, no. I have no more, short midget jokes.
No?
No. I shortlisted a group of and I knew I was going to go with those. Okay.
What if midgets have like giant cocks?
Vern Troyer, didn't they say they called that dude a tripod?
Kevin
I mean,
Hart
they did it
has a
Austin
giant
Powers. I don't know if they did it in real life.
Kevin Hart has a giant dick.
Jesus Christ. Really?
You're like the second person that I told this to that hasn't heard about this.
Who, what?
Everyone, comics, people have seen it. Everyone around him says his dick is huge.
What the
You
fuck?
didn't hear about that? Kevin Hart.
Well, he's black.
Everyone's. Yeah, well, that helps.
It helps.
But it's like ridiculously big for his size.
Oh my god! Oh!
I thought you would have figured.
He's a legit 5'4".
He's 5. He's short.
5'5".
I don't think he's 5'4". I think he might be 5'2". When he was trying to get up on stage,
Everybody looks 5'2" next to
He
him.
says he's 5'5".
fuck that. He's
that.
doing that NBA. He's doing that NBA shit where unless you're Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, they do that for the NBA. Like if you're 6 foot, you're 6'2".
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
You got JJ Barea out there saying he's 6 foot. He's like 5'8".
I think it looks Chris Paul at 6 foot. I guess he's probably like.
He's like 5'10".
Probably something like that.
JJ Barea is not 5'8". You can listen to this shit right now.
He's listed at 6 foot.
Curry's apparently 6'4". He's or 6'3", 6'4".
I stood next to JJ Barea. There is no way he's above 5'10", let alone 5'8".
No. Nate Robinson was listed at like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, Nate Robinson's small. Like the only person in the NBA who was small and seemed to have embraced his height was Spud Webb or Muggsy Bogues. Everyone else is mine by like 4
inches.
AI. Yeah, and
AI was probably like barely 6 foot.
Earl Boykins.
Earl Boykins, what a name drop.
Yeah.
Man. Damn.
Then you had, who was the kid that LeBron jumped over? John Lucas III?
John, yeah.
He was like 5'8".
Got jumped over clean, too.
Looked like a garden gnome next to the basket.
Oh my god, you see that pass?
Wow.
That was a sick pass. He completely botched the layup, though.
We're watching North Carolina, Miami ACC tournament at the time we're recording this.
Yes, so
Miami started out at 14-0. They're only up 1.
I'm trying to see if they're going to replay this pass.
Oh man, God, I hate college basketball. No, I don't. I just hate that they're not getting paid. I mean, officially.
Officially.
Yeah, they're getting paid.
If you ask them over there in Louisville or Arizona now,
yeah. Don't say that. Leo doesn't like talking about that shit. 100K. No, he was just talking about it. No, you already got the money, stupid. You already got the money.
Well, they're calling fake news on it.
Everything's fake news when you don't want it to be something against you.
Fake news.
Everything's fake. They can just say that about anything now. Anybody says anything about it, you're just like, that's fake news. And people take that. They're like, okay, well, there's a lot of fake news out there. I don't know what's real, what's not. So I guess I have to take your word for that. And now all of Arizona's fans are at war with ESPN, which I guess that means they just watch FS1 instead now.
Which is technically going to be ESPN in 6 to 8 months.
Oh, is that what you're calling?
Huh?
6 to 8 months they're going to buy out FS1?
No, they already did.
Oh, Disney, yeah.
Yeah, all they're going to do is rebrand those. FS1's going to be ESPN The Ocho or something.
Midget
the only thing,
lawnmower races.
the lawnmower, midget tossing and fucking mountain from Game of Thrones lifting 1-ton logs and shit. Like
I'm here for that.
Yeah, because only thing they didn't get from Fox, I believe, is the News Corp. Fox kept all the news organization stuff, where everything else is now Disney.
I wonder if the sports counts as news because it's sports news.
They've already brought all the regional affiliates for all of their Fox Sports, with the exception of Fox Sports.
Wait, so they got the regional Fox Sports channels, but they didn't get FS1.
No, the main flagship is still Fox, but all of their affiliates are now Disney. Right.
So what I'm asking is, did Fox Sports 1 stay with Fox, or is that
I don't believe so.
By Disney?
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that Disney I'm pretty sure that they left Fox Sports 1 by itself. So I mean, with Fox. So Fox is still with Fox. As far as I know.
But they got the regional channels.
All the regional channels.
Disney did.
Yeah, all the regional channels.
Ooh.
They're going all in on ESPN. You have to, because ESPN, they've been propping up ESPN as much as they could, but now...
Oh, so that's all that will become now, is those...
Yep.
Your Fox Sports Ohio.
Or St. Louis or something.
Or Sun Sports down in Florida. Or just going to be ESPN channels now.
Mm-hmm. Soon as
local
FCC,
ESPN markets.
So as soon as the FCC clears it in 12 to 18 months, which is now 10 to 12 months, so you're gonna see some changes slowly but surely. Disney runs the mouse is making money, bro.
They just showed a Papa John's commercial. Your man Peyton Manning.
Insider trading.
He's done.
Might have gotten info.
Insider trading. He literally sold all of his stock shares in all the Denver area Papa John's 2 days before the NFL. Come on, listen. All right, white people. Listen, I get it. You guys.
I think a little birdie told him.
I get it. You guys have got the inside job. I get it. I do it too. But let's be real. That's not a coincidence. But he's Peyton Manning. I mean, he got away with HGH. So, fuck it. Oh, there's Kobe. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? The fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Those are the best commercials.
I love
the Kobe system.
You're welcome.
But into a different animal and the same beast.
What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant? You're welcome.
And you know that's bad when Kanye West doesn't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Kanye West, well, let's all give Kanye West credit for still being alive while fucking a Kardashian.
Well, you can live.
No.
You may, unless you're Robert Kardashian.
You just get fat. Let's see. You can get fat. You can become a crack addict. You can die. You can
turn into a chick.
Those are your options. Or you can go to jail for murder.
What about Kanye and Tristan Thompson right now?
Well, Tristan Kardashian.
Okay.
No, he's not.
Who?
That's his name. Tristan Kardashian. He's taking her name.
Is this just Kardashians too, or are we doing Jenners too?
Scott made it out all right. He got divorced. He's
Disick?
out. Yeah.
They were never married.
Disick?
They were never married?
No. Just so you know, Disick was the smoothest dude to ever wear a fucking cardigan. And now look at him. He's a goddamn drunk. I want to be him when he, when
exactly.
But at the same time, he was not like that. Then Lamar Odom, crackhead.
Yeah.
Okay? Robert Kardashian Sr. died.
He had cancer.
Caused by what?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying.
Wow, that's a...
Rob Kardashian Jr., fat. Wifed and mouth-kissed a known hoe bag. And they had the Black China, and they had the audacity to have a kid with the guy.
Black China's ugly as fuck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Why would you wife the side hoe and then actually have a kid with the side hoe? Then you got Kanye. He blonded his hair. Was talking to goddamn Trump.
Got fat as fuck.
Was in fucking rehab for God knows what. Said he was exhausted. And let's not forget the coup de grace of all coup de grace. Bruce Jenner decided, fuck it. And not just fuck it, after wearing the dress for so long, he cuts it.
He cut it.
He snipped it.
The full snip.
You can't beat him, join him.
He's got a...
So you tell me.
There's definitely some sort of trend going on.
Tristan Thompson.
You got to give it a couple more years.
He was a very good basketball player. He was good friends with LeBron. Got a great contract he didn't deserve. Now look at him. He's like Kevin Duckworth and fucking Sean Kemp had a baby and dropped him on his head.
Hey, Tiger made it out okay.
Yeah, look at Tiger.
He looks like a fucking alien.
He looked like an alien before he got...
And what career?
If he did get out of there, at least don't have the... Well, he already has a kid, but at least don't have Kylie's kid. Then.
Yeah, so now...
He had Black China's kid, which is probably worse.
Yeah, exactly. So what penis survived the Kardashians? Name one.
I guess Reggie Bush... He also got one. He became terrible pretty much right after that.
It's like...
Not terrible, but like he got one.
He was gone. He was out of the league in 2 years. A year. Well,
as of right now, Tristan's okay. You got to give him a couple years, right?
The only person who seemingly has made anything was Ray J. Ray J is all right.
He got 6 things out of it.
James Harden's okay.
Yeah, James Harden, really? James Harden.
He's about to win the MVP.
I don't know if that
this year.
counts. It's probably like a 2-month thing, 3-month thing.
Plus, remember, the year before James Harden, he dated her. The year after, he what? What record did he break in 1 year?
Broke the turnover record with a month and a half
With
left.
a month and a half left in the season.
That was bad. That was embarrassing.
And then the following season, he's fine. And now he looks like an MVP. The Kardashians.
Crazy stat I saw on the TV last night.
What's that?
The Rockets' record this season when Harden, Paul, and Caballo all play.
33-1.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
When Paul Harden and who?
Bruno Caballo.
What the fuck is that?
Their center.
About Ariza.
He's good. He rebounds, plays defense, but yeah.
33-1 when they're big.
This is the first year where Eric Gordon's on the team?
Yeah.
I feel like it's the first year where he hasn't gotten injured.
We'll give him time.
He's injured every year.
Give him time. He's gonna sneeze. He's not exactly Derrick Rose, but he's.
Derrick Rose just got picked up by the Timberwolves. And
yeah.
am I the only one who didn't know he got traded to the Jazz this season?
Yeah, and guess what? He'll probably tear his ACL in the late.
Whatever happened to him, I feel the worst. Like, I don't feel bad for him, but I'm saying, like, that is just the worst, like, top of the pyramid to just.
Because he can't. Well, I mean, it's not like talent wise. He can't.
He fucked up his knees too early on in his career. He's leaping from his knees like he's a damn jackrabbit.
Yeah, he can't.
And he wore down.
He can't. He's just injury prone. He's glass. I've never seen someone get injured that many times. In it's like left knee, right knee, left knee again, right knee. Okay, ankle.
I feel like it all happened from like the first probably like 3 years of his career. He just fucking.
Yeah, it was just like he was unstoppable. He won an MVP.
He's still relatively young, but he's never going to be what he might as well just call it quits. Although I kind of agree. People were saying like last year with the Knicks, he wasn't terrible.
I'm saying this.
16
points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah. When he first came in, I never thought I'd be sitting there wondering, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? Is Derrick Rose a Hall? I thought he was a Hall of Famer for sure.
Now because of the last few terrible years,
is he a Hall of Famer? He won an MVP, but is he a Hall of Famer? I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer.
He'll probably honestly call it quits pretty soon. Right?
There's two things. There's two things keeping him from because he could have had what happened in his NBA career and still made the Hall of Fame if two different things had happened. If either he had been on an Olympic team, he won 2 FIBA World Cups, but nobody cares about those.
No.
Right.
If he had won an Olympic medal, that would have helped. And if he had won the national championship against Kansas, that would have also helped. Because the Basketball Hall of Fame is everything. It's international play, it's college, it's NBA. So if he had those things, even with, J.J. Redick will probably make the Basketball Hall of Fame. As weird as that sounds. Because he has his Duke career, and he played 14 years in the league, averaging 15 points a game.
Yep. And he's a Dookie. He'll be in the league for another 5 years before he decides to retire.
Yeah, well, what did Rose come in 08, I want to say?
Something like that.
Yeah, and then so he won it, and he was a savage, and then he won the MVP, 2012, right?
2012, like that.
So damn, 2012, that's crazy. That wasn't too long ago.
Not at all.
It's when the world was supposed to end.
So you figured 4 years. 4 years he was an incredible player, and he got an MVP in there. But that's a 4-year career. Since then,
that's what I'm saying.
And everything else, he ain't making a Hall of Fame.
I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer.
I wouldn't even consider. You can't even consider that short of a career to be a Hall of Fame. I feel like.
Shit.
Unless you pull in your Larry Birds and your Isaiah Thomases, who played 13 seasons, which is not short, but it's not that long. It's better than whatever. But we're just incredible the entire time.
But I don't know if Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer. That's kind of crazy.
Well, that's the crazy thing about LeBron. LeBron's in his 15th year in the league, and he's the best player in the league still.
Yeah, and he's 33, and with his body and the way he plays, he'll go to his 40.
Yeah.
Because he'll still have...
I still think he'll
play 22 seasons.
He'll have 2 or 3 more seasons that he's still LeBron.
Yeah.
And then he'll have 2 or 3 seasons after that
still
where he's whatever.
Contributing fine, 20 points probably.
He'll make it to 40 if he wants to.
Easily. And he'll want to, probably.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be... And he'll have so much money from everything.
He wants to get that scoring record for
He wants to be a
Green
billionaire,
for sure.
too.
Yeah, to be very honest with you, I don't know. I mean, I know that scoring record means a lot, but I think he's in that new breed of basketball player that comes to the point where they have other things they want to do.
Be a billionaire.
Like, that's what happened with me. That's why, there's a lot of players that...
the thing is, he just won that Cleveland championship. He's probably happy right now, right, honestly.
Yeah. I mean,
if he went to the playoffs the next 7 years, but didn't win another championship, he'd be completely fine. He
Yeah.
might even retire before then.
To be fair, yeah, he would. They asked him on ESPN. They were like, "How would you describe your game right now?" He goes, "I'm at an all-time high right now. Like he's playing at his absolute best." And I mean, God bless him. He's still doing it. He's doing his thing. I think LeBron's the type of guy that's going to play and then leave at his best. I don't think he wants to go down that road of being.
Yeah, I agree.
38. Sitting there just, like I love Shaq. Shaq played 3 years too long after that.
Well, yeah, I don't think LeBron will ever be your vet minimum type player. I just mean, right now he's the best player in the league. There's still 2-3 more years that he might be that, and then another 2-3 years of he's not the best player in the league, but he's still a good player.
He's very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially with the Giannis's and fucking
like Dirk right now. I think LeBron could get down to that level. I think he could still be playing and then maybe retire right after that. Like Dirk isn't what he was, but Dirk is still starting on any team he goes to.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't think LeBron will go anywhere past that.
Yeah.
Dirk's also getting old. He'll probably
still
averaging fine, but he'll probably retire.
Something like that.
Yeah, Dirk's done after this year, I think. I think Dirk is doing it because he loves
Same with Manu. Manu's getting up there.
Manu was supposed
He's only got a couple years.
As a Spurs fan, Manu was supposed to retire 2 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And then they talked him into it. And then this year, he came back, and he's playing fucking well.
With the Kawhi thing, really, you just have no shot, so it's kind of like, do I keep trying?
Yeah.
What college was it that was trying to take Becky Hammond right now? There's a college that just interviewed her to be their head coach. I forget who it was.
I think Becky Hammond's going to end up being the first NBA head coach.
I think that's what happens too. I think she's going to stay with San Antonio. I think she's going to
coach in waiting.
Yeah,
for sure. I think she'll be the first female.
Pop's not going to coach that much longer.
Yeah, and I think Becky's probably the only female coach that I know at this level right now that she's fucking good. You gotta respect her. She's good. I mean, I respect any. I remember when they gave Becky Hammond all that trouble about playing with Russia, and because she couldn't get on the U.S. national team, so she went to Russia. And I mean, I take it from a guy who's a dual citizen. Yeah, for 100%, I would do the same thing. I basically did do the same thing. Not going to get on the U.S. national team. I'm going to go to a team that wants me. But there are people who gave her so much shit because, you shouldn't do that. So she should just not play. Your country didn't want you to play. Well, go fuck yourself. That's why I've always respected Becky Hammond for who she is. She's like, I just want to ball. I love my country, but they don't want me. Someone else does.
And then she got shit for that.
Yeah, she got a lot of shit for that. I hated that. I know basketball players who were giving a shit for that.
Her other option was not playing. Playing for USA wasn't an option for her.
So she's supposed to just sit and chill? Well, no. And then shut the fuck up. Like, what are you supposed to do,
We've gone an hour.
We have. Wow.
Tom Zappia, what do you have coming up?
I have
that luxurious beard he has right now.
It is growing very nicely.
Dog shit coming. I barely have anything coming up. I don't know what happened with the snow. It's at the Stress Factory, but I will be in the March Madness. I want to say it's going to start next Wednesday now.
Yeah, I think so.
I got a bar show coming up. I'll be on the Upper West Side. I don't know the name of the place.
Great promotion.
Sorry.
Zappia's, we're working on it.
Sorry. End of this month sometime. I'm writing a web series, which I want to send over. Or I'm writing a, however you call first draft, and then treatment. Now, I'm probably going to collab with my other buddy. I'm waiting for him to get off his ass, and I'm going to send it over to you.
Please do.
And I'm getting going on that. But yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to,
March Madness at Stress Factory.
Yeah, come to the Stress Factory. Maybe I'll
root for Tom Zappia.
Make it past the first round.
Going for gold.
What about
just the first round.
What do you got going there, Trayvon?
Not in March Madness. So I don't have much there going on in that regard. I'm going to be there to support Tom Zappia.
Oh, I love you.
And keep writing sketches with the UCB people. What do you got going on, Kevin?
So 30 Jersey, we already talked about that. I've got 2 micro shorts that are going into production at the end of this month. Tim Lowe's comic special is going to come out. I'm thinking April. End of April. So look out for that. Ray Gibbs, I'm not sure what he's going to do, but I think he's going to put his out there rather quickly. And I have a show down in Philly on April, whatever that weekend is, April 18th, comedy. So
Name of venue.
It's actually a house party. it's a house party outside of Temple. All black house party. I think it's a fraternity too. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting. And
The most surprising thing in all of that was said was that it was an all-black house party.
Yeah, no, for me, yeah, that's
So
crazy.
you were getting booked to do comedy at a house party.
Yeah.
Kind of out of left field, but I'm like, no, that's happened before.
Yeah.
No, it's an all-black party.
Yeah.
Well, no, black people are allowed to party. That's not why it's weird. But they want Kevin.
Yeah. I am.
Have they seen your comedy before?
Yes, surprising, but they don't know I'm going to come in there and do black people things, not normal people things, Kevin people things. Other than that, Wank Bank season 1 released April 1st. Crowdfunding for season 2 will be the same time.
It's being released.
It's going to be on KaleidosightFilms.com and WankBankTheSeries.com. And then it will be on the pilot episode will officially be on Crackle. So that will be cool. See how that goes. That's official. And then if it gets picked up, it gets picked up. If it doesn't, maybe we will still do a second season. Shout out to Franco Danger, who's going to be doing a lot of writing on the second season. And that's basically it. Check me out.
Where can they find you on the social media?
Codename _Leon on Instagram and Twitter.
I was asking Tom Zappia, but that's Kevin's stuff. That's cool.
You fall down the fire station.
Oh, that's all right. Find me at Tom Zappia. That's TomZappia, 2 P's. On Twitter, I have the same thing on Instagram, but I don't use Instagram.
You should.
Twitter's my go-to. I should.
Beard Gang.
And Facebook and all that shit. But Twitter is definitely my go-to. Right.
Beard Gang, bang, bang. I just realized we all have very luxurious beards right now.
I know. I'm getting a lot of shit from mine, too.
Everybody's got beards.
Your beard is wonderful. Don't let
Thank you.
You look like an Affleck.
I had 3 people at work today tell me to get rid of it.
No, fuck that. You don't shave that. That beard, no, fuck that. Don't you shave your beard.
Weren't you just talking about shaving yours?
No. Why did I say that shit?
I don't know.
I don't even know what my face looks like.
I just want to play around with it. I want to do like mutton chops now and a mustache.
There you go. I don't even know what my face looks like without this beard. I forgot what it looks like.
I just heard that you were considering it.
Who the fuck did you hear that from?
I think it was you talking in your sleep.
Why you? All right, I've got more questions. Let's talk about were you standing over me in my sleep?
No, you were passed out in the living room.
So you were standing over me passed out in the living room?
No, I just kind of walked in the house.
So you walked in the house and you just watched me in my sleep?
That part would be accurate, yes. There's one chance that I could kill you.
You need a roommate?
Yeah, me.
Take
I actually probably will soon.
Take him, please.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, take him. Please, I got Charlie. I'm good.
Oh, I love Charlie.
By the way, he's been
very good.
Yeah.
Bone distracted. He's been in the other room.
I'm going to walk him twice because he's going to
shut.
poop out the smelliest shit ever.
Oh, my God.
Nah.
I did that today.
Did you do that?
She was a foot long, deadass.
Like anaconda.
It was.
Wrapped around the toilet.
That note, we're going to get the fuck out of here. This podcast was brought to you by Tom Zappia's Alaskan Pipeline.